welcome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to my channel. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. My name is Kamoy. I am going to be doing the daily vibration today for June 4th, 2020. It's going to be almost a year in August that I have been doing these daily vibrations nonstop. So super excited about that. So once again, if you are new, welcome. Returning subscribers, welcome back. You guys know how we do. We start off all of these daily vibrations talking about your intuition, and we talk about why your intuition is important, because your intuition is linked to all of the possibilities that you can dream of, imagine, think about. All of them, they exist, okay? And your intuitive energy can take you to that place within self where you can tap into that part of yourself, okay? Now, today we're vibrating on the number 5, okay? So once you tap into your intuition, you can start to understand the vibration of the number 5 is all about change, right? And I'm just going to focus on that for today because there is a lot of change happening in the collective. There's a lot of change happening in the spiritual realm. There's a lot of change happening in people's personal lives and people's family lives and people work, work environment and work lives. There's a lot going on, and one thing can connect to the next if you allow it. You can find one allegory that will connect you to the next allegory in your life, or one situation can connect you to another situation, or one situation can connect you to another individual, and that individual can connect you to another individual. So the goal here, as we are involved with all of this heavy collective energy that is really life-changing, okay, I want you to sit and think about this for a second. Or let this be your thought of the day, right? With all of this chaos that's going on in the world, right? What positive change can you bring into your life and into your situations and into your relationships? What positive change can you bring in from within you, right? Have you thought about that? Just think about that. Right now, I know I talk about this all of the time, and I say that what's unfolding right now is divinely orchestrated. What's unfolding right now is divinely timed. What's unfolding right now cannot be stopped. Maybe, the powers that be that has been manipulating the energy for a really long time. Maybe they may try to slow it down, but as to what is unfolding and what is happening to the human collective cannot be stopped. Okay, now, when you understand that energy is fluid and you understand that energy, things don't die. Energy just transforms, which means it takes on another form. It changes from one form to the next. You, my love, you are also constantly going through transformation. This is why the person that you may have been at 20, now at 30, you're no longer that person. Or the person that you were maybe even a month ago, based on an experience, you're no longer that person, right? There's always a constant growth and a constant evolution, right? So the one thing I love about change, and to be really honest with you, the one thing I've been telling myself for over 20 years now about change is that is the one constant thing within our lives is change. Change is the one constant thing that we have in our lives. And if you think about that, that is a beautiful thing, right? Even on whatever platform you decide to put that on. If you decide to put that in a positive platform, change is wonderful, right? Change brings more positivity into your life, right? If you even decide to put that on a negative platform, change is still beautiful because change can then usher in something beautiful to happen with all of the negative collective vibrational frequencies that we're experiencing right now, okay? I know that things are happening in real time. I know that sometimes it's hard to get a grasp on what's going on. I know that a lot of us have become desensitized to what's going on around us right now. I do want to say sometimes that's really good. It's really good to become desensitized from lower vibrational energy, from lower vibrational entities, right? It's really good to do that, However, I will say this. If you are not paying attention to your intuitive energy, you can miss an opportunity to maybe help someone else that is caught in a lower vibrational field or a lower vibrational experience, right? That you could have helped them out with a little bit of compassion, because we all have to walk through stages of our, whether you call it awakening process, whether you call it ascension process, whether you call it healing, whatever you call it, even if you call it being a good Christian, right? We've all had to evolve to a place where we've matured emotionally, where we've matured in our responsibility of self, where we've matured in our morality. What does that mean to you to be a moral person, right? A moral person operates with integrity. You don't need someone to label a thing good or bad for you. Understand, actually, as a moral person, that good and bad, there's a balance, right? There is a balance that happens within good and bad, because what another may see as evil, another may see as good. What another may see as good, another may see as evil. That paradox is always there. The difference is when you take the paradox and then you govern that paradox via your heart. You govern that paradox via compassion. You govern that paradox via forgiveness, right? So you got love via, that's the heart aspect of things, right? Love. You got the heart aspects of things, forgiveness. You got the heart aspects of things, compassion. Now, I'm a big believer that compassion does not always mean saying yes. Compassion does not always mean patting somebody on the back. Compassion does not always mean embracing someone. Sometimes compassion may mean that you may have to fuck a motherfucker up. And that may be verbally, that may be mentally, that may be physically, that may be emotionally. And not that your intent is ever to bring harm to anyone, right? A person always reaps that in which they sow. So the intent in which you put a thing out is the intent in which you get it back. Now, if you are a master of self, you understand this in which compassion works, because you don't really have to do much for anything. So some of us are rocking right now with power where we literally don't have to lift a finger. We literally have people around us, right, to protect us full-heartedly, and not just that, right? And I'm not talking about the standard protection of what we would call the norms, right? I'm talking about protection that was placed here by the divine source, right? Now, once again, whatever you call that source, it means no, like seriously, that's labels. That's labels. That's labels. Source don't even. The energy of source can't even compute to the labels that we speak to give it, right? I'm just going to be real with you. The creator of all things, you cannot even quantify that energy in a word. You understand what I'm saying? It can't. If you had to quantify it in a word, you would have to quantify it, I would say, in unconditional love. 2 words, unconditional love. All right? Or love. And you think about it, when you love someone, especially as a parent, when you love your child, you still feel that there's a need to discipline your children, right? So, as we're moving through and we're shifting through this day, understand that change is the one constant thing that we're all promised. Understand that change is the one constant thing that can bring beauty and new beginnings and a new fresh outlook and a new fresh perception and things, right? Now, but if you choose not to operate in that change, honey, that's okay too. Right? That's okay. No judgment. No judgment at all, because everybody has their walk. Everybody has their experience. So if you choose to operate on the opposite end of embracing the change, you will experience maybe some stagnant energy where you feel things are not moving, where you feel things are not progressing. Right? You can also operate in the emptiness, right? There's going to be an emptiness, not feeling completed, not feeling like you belong, not feeling like your purpose filled. Right? Not feeling like, why am I here? Feeling like things you're dictated to, right? Feeling like you are emotionally puppeteered, okay? And not understanding how or why. How or why? Okay? This energy, if you don't embrace the change that is not just happening today, but it's really the overtone of what's happening collectively, you can lose loss of focus, where you're not really able to focus. And you can also have loss of direction. And I also want to say this, even loss of acceptance self, which is really a dynamic thing to do. When you accept self, you understand how powerful it is to stand in your own beauty, your own sovereignty, your own inner wisdom. Do you know how peaceful it is to trust your own self? I'm going to tell y'all right now, I remember walking through a phase when I didn't trust myself. I can't tell y'all that now, though. Wholeheartedly trust myself. Wholeheartedly trust myself. Okay. All right, so we're going to get into the elements. Today's going to be a little different. Okay, we're going to do elementals. Okay, and the reason why we're going to do elementals is I want to explain this a little differently. Okay, you as a person really should be mastering all 4 elements of self. And I teach this a lot where I tell you guys that you are not just to master your own zodiac sign, but you are also to master all 12 of the zodiac signs, because all 12 houses house a different facet within you, aka a different psyche, that you can overcome, explore, embrace, tame, bring into balance. Okay, so we're going to start off with the air energy, which represents Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Okay, air energy is all about your spiritual and mental thinking. Okay, this is what's on your mind, this is what's in your spirit. Okay, now be mindful. Okay, depending on where you are in your birth chart, when spiritual attack comes in, you can find, my love, if you have a lot of air in your chart, that spiritual warfare will be done more in a mental capacity. Okay, so air signs, you guys are rocking with the eclipse in Aries energy, which is all about collaboration. This means reevaluating friendships and allowing yourself to reboost things through teamwork, working together with people. Okay, now I do want to say eclipse energy is energy that can take over a period of time, maybe even up to 6 months. Okay, so as you are making the change within these relationships and maybe working more as a team and compromising, you want to understand that Aries is also rocking with that I am energy, right? So that's positive energy. But then at the same time, if you're not mindful, my wonderful air signs, that can also show a little stubbornness, right? So it's really saying that be open, right, to collaboration. All right, be open to work well with others, okay, and not be so stuck in being one-sided, okay, in this energy. All right, my wonderful air signs. Yeah, allow your mind to accept other people's maybe ideas of how something else can work, maybe ideas of what change you can bring in a certain way, right? Yeah, embrace somebody else's ideas of how they can help something to become better and make it easier, or add a little oomph, a little extra to a project, all right? Or just to the relationship, or just to the friendship, or maybe even to the dish. A food dish. All right. So now we're going to jump into my wonderful earth signs. Earth signs are representing Taurus, Virgos, and Capricorn. Okay. Now, if we're talking about how this is going to be reflected out in the collective energy, earth signs are dominated more by the physical realm. So we're talking about money. We're talking about houses. We're talking about, trips. We're talking about jobs. We're talking about maybe even a family structure. Okay. So be mindful that your attacks spiritually could come in those areas that I just listed. Okay. All right. What energy do you want my wonderful earth signs to know with this number 5 change? Okay. The sun in Pisces is asking you to seek a higher purpose. And I do feel this energy because there was a lot of energy surrounding egos for the earth signs as I was doing readings this week. Okay. So I want you guys to be mindful, because even now I'm hearing that song in my head. He got a big ego, a really big ego. So be mindful, okay? Align yourself with love and wisdom. Really try not to get in your ego and react emotionally or react to judgmentally in this energy as we're embracing change today, my wonderful earth signs, okay? All right, fire signs, which will represent my wonderful, wonderful Aries, my Sagittarius, and my Leos. Okay, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leos. What is the message for that energy? So let me just tell you now, fire signs represents action, passion, taking a chance, movement. Okay, so this energy is movement. Now, You want to be mindful not to move too quickly as the changes unfold, and to allow things to unfold naturally is going to be key, my wonderful fire signs. You do have the moon in Aries, which is all about having courage, okay? And as we are moving through this energy, this is a beautiful, beautiful time for you to be able, my loves, to believe in yourself, right? So as this change is happening, the energy is asking you to believe in yourself as we move through this, this collective energy today, okay? Now, fire signs, like I said, because you guys are action driven and it's all about movement, how your spiritual warfare may come in is you may feel shut down, like you're not able to move, you're not able to do things, you're not able to flow the way you normally would, okay? You're not just able to get up and go, okay? So be mindful, all right? Now, believe in yourself and have the courage enough to know that you can come up with creative alternatives to get things done, okay? All right, water signs, which represents my wonderful Cancers, Pisces, and Scorpio. What is a message for my wonderful water signs? Pisces, Cancers, and Scorpio. What is the message that you have for my wonderful water signs? All right, you guys have the Eclipse in Leo energy, which is all about compassion. Okay, which is interesting because water signs are usually, tapped into the compassion aspect because we're very emotionally connected, right? So this is saying, you want to shine brightly like the star that you are, but you want. And so let me just say this right now. Some of you are going to have compassion for others, but you're also going to have compassion for yourself in this season, as this season is really bringing up a lot of old traumas, a lot of old resentment, a lot of old hurt feelings for you to be able to heal from. Now, if you are going to be taken on the aspect of healing, whether it's forgiving someone, whether it's forgiving yourself and moving forward, you're going to have to employ compassion. Now, compassion, once again, does not mean that people get away with lower vibrational bullshit. It does not. You may have to check people along the way. But if you're tapped into your intuitive nature, and if you're tapped into your intuitive spirit, it is going to guide you as to how this should move and as to how this should unfold, okay? I think you guys hear Bruce is opening and closing the garage. I don't know what's going on, but I keep hearing the garage going back and forth. Opening. With that being said, don't be stagnant in this energy. This is not the time for you to be stagnant in this energy. Stagnation is not going to get you anywhere, even if you want to start jotting things down, start writing things down, start really coming into an aspect of self, right? Not waiting for shit to unfold. You become the change in your life that you want to see. The world is not going to change by Kamoy changing. If Kamoy changes, Valerie changes, Moesha changes, Kanisha changes, David changes, Paula changes, James changes. That is how the world changed. Everybody has to embrace their own individual change, their own individual transformation. Okay. And that's what's starting to happen now in the collective. Okay, that's what's starting to happen. Okay, we got our stacks, we got our memories, we got our collective. We are waking up, understanding that unified love and oneness is really the way to go. Embracing that we do not have to hate each other. We do not have to. We may not understand each other, but we can respect and love each other's individuality and each other's uniqueness, right? And that's the vibration that we are going towards and that we are heading towards. And anyone that is not vibrationally in tune with that, you may get left behind and have to circle back and meet us on the other side, okay? Until you are no longer confined and trapped in the realms in which you are, okay? No judgment. Everybody has a process, okay? Or at least until the rest of us have given enough energy and power out to help everyone else ascend, okay? Which, once again, there's no power. It's all good. It is really all good. And if you understand that it is really all well, it becomes even more I want to say peaceful as you go through all of this chaos, right? You gain even a more serene sense of peace as you go through this chaos, and you understand that although it's chaotic, all your needs will truly be met, okay? All right, with that being said, my lovelies, do something kind for yourself. Love yourself, honor yourself, be kind to yourself, okay? We're going to talk about some of the preparations that we need to do as we're shifting through this energy with this next wave of fuckery that's about to come in. information. But we will be doing that on the live. So this is why you want to make sure you set your notification button. So when I do go live, you get that thing. Okay. With that being said, my lovelies, you guys have a routine. Do something kind for yourself. Love yourself. Honor yourself. Go out in the sun, honey. It's supposed to be raining here for like 5 days. I do need to take some downtime, but my schedule is so crazy right now. Crazy busy. I mean, well, maybe cancel. My schedule is perfectly and divinely orchestrated. However, it means that I am productively busy. That's a better way to put it, right? So productively busy. So I'm probably going to go ahead and tap out for the weekend and kind of get some rest, because I do start another round of 13 weeks of classes again, as well as adding a few more classes to my schedule. So I'm going to tell y'all more about the classes on the live. So make sure you set that notification button. But if you're interested, the classes are also going to be down below. I am going to be implementing, okay, my chakra class, which will be coming up soon, as well as your spiritual kit class, unpacking the spiritual kit, where we're going to go into the magical aspect of the spiritual realm and maybe tapping into some rituals and some spells and some things that we can do in real time to protect ourselves as we are going through this energy. Okay. All right. Peace, love, and light to each and every one of you. Remember, out of darkness comes enlightenment. So the way for you to get to the other side, honey, is to walk through your dark shit. All right. Bye, my loves. Have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.